Hey guys, welcome back my friends once again to Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT. My name is Jack and this is my journey kind of back to ham radio. So in watching, and I told you before in a previous video, I commented to Walt K4OGO and I said, hey Walt, you know, I'm kind of new getting into POTA activations and field work. I'm going to buy the Xiegu G90, and I wanted to know what kind of battery should I buy for this radio. You know, what would you recommend? And Walt is such a nice guy. Again, Walt, thank you very much. If you ever see these videos, I know he's a really famous ham YouTuber. But anyway, so Walt sent me back a link, and you know, Walt, set yourself up on some Amazon associate links there, partner, because you could have made a couple bucks on this sell. Anyway, he recommended that I purchase this battery right here. So this is the battery I purchased, okay? It's the 12.8 volt, 6 amp hours Life Pro 4 battery. Again, made in China, but what is not made in China? Anyway, so I purchased the battery, and he stated in the comment that it actually comes with the charger. So this is the charger for it. It's pretty quick. It didn't take too long to charge it up. And he said it should last you for a day or a day and a half. Now, POTA activations, I'm not planning on being out there more than 4 hours. That's my plan. Depends on how well it goes, right? So anyway, so the charger came with it, so I did charge it, okay? In the box also, I thought this is very nice. So in this box, now this did come from Amazon, okay? In the box, they also send you the 2 leads you need for your radio. That way you don't have to go out looking for these things, all right? All I gotta do is I'm gonna splice these on to the radio, right? The Xiegu G90's power cord. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go ahead and, again, like I said, guys, I'm returning to ham radio. I'm no expert. I am pretty good at electrical stuff, and I know a lot of you are gonna comments gonna be like, hey, Jack, you should have soldered it, and you're right. And I didn't bring home a soldering iron from work, so I'm not going to go buy one to just do this. Also came with a little extra screws here. That's for the radio. Okay. So here's the power cable. And like I said, I'm going to power this radio up here in my kitchen to make sure it works before I go out in the field and find out if something's wrong, and I surely hope not. So I'm going to just take this out, and we're going to splice these together. So this is interesting. It's interesting to the fact, why would they do that? So I'm going to put tape along this too and actually clean this up a little bit maybe. You know, because I don't like too dangly wires. Anyway, alright, let me turn this camera around here and we're going to splice this together. Alright, pretty simple project here, not anything major. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to start with, I guess, is the ground wire. Alright, so let me start there. I'll try to do this. This is hard when you're doing this with GoPro. So all I'm going to do, first of all, is strip the wire that they have off of there. And that's not very much. That's not much wire at all. I would recommend have wire strippers. Makes it a lot cleaner job. And this is pretty thin wire. So I'm going to just try to get some more of this off of here. Oh, it must be even smaller than that. Alright, that looks pretty good. And I'm just going to give it the old twisteroo, okay, the old twist there. Let's take the battery wire, okay, strip that down the same way. Okay, like I tell my kids in school, when you're stripping wires, take your time and don't go too deep on it because you don't want to lose any of the wire itself. All right, we're going to put these together. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a right over left twist here. Okay. I'm going to make this a good tight contact. There we go. Okay. Now try to cut off the excess here. Hopefully my cutters are okay. There we go. Alright, then I just fold it back over onto itself. Just like so. Alright. Now My dad used to always tell me I was the king of black tape. He's like, you like so much black tape. So we're going to tape it up here. Alright. Hey, the more tape the better is the way I look at it. You know, you want these things insulated. You don't want it touching anything. Like I said, I would normally, if I had my soldering iron, I would solder this together. You can see I told you I was the king of the taper. That's what my old man always told me. He said, man, Jack, you tape everything like double time, like I do. There you go. Okay, make sure there's no wires exposed. Everything looks good there. Okay, on that side. Go and get the positive wire. We're going to do the same thing. Pull this off. Make sure I clean all that up so my wife doesn't say, hey, what's those wires all over the kitchen? Are you doing electronic stuff out there again? Well, yes, there I was. Okay, give it the old major twist there. Okay, get that nice and tight. Tight connections are your friend, right? We know that from house wiring. We don't want loose connections anywhere. Okay, let's strip this one down a little bit. There we go. Again, I'm going to tighten that down. Okay. Hot wire to the hot wire. And we're going to twist them up here again. Okay. Looks like a loose wire there somewhere. Tighten that down. Okay. Cut off my excess again. Clean that up a little bit. Fold it back over on itself for strength. Okay. And yes, you're right. You are right. More black tape. Okay, let's tape this up. Okay. Again, I start out away from it. So I make sure I get every piece of that hot wire covered up. I don't want that touching the ground, right? That's going to be pretty bad on a field activation. So, who started that forest fire? Well, some guy with some ham radio. Yeah, that was him. Let me kind of roll this on there. And this here, I would probably, if I soldered this stuff, you know, I don't know, I might even use shrink wrap on it. Would probably be a good idea. Just like so. Double check it, make sure nothing's sticking out. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to the other side here. Like I said, I really don't like all these straggly wires here. Okay, so I want to take this, get some more black tape, and I don't need a whole lot for this operation here. All right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some strands of tape down through this thing. Just make it more like one wire. Touch the camera here, make sure I can see this. All right. I'm very, maybe you could say like OCD with my wires. Oops. Let's get this one on top of this one. There we go. Come down here maybe to the fuse line. Put another piece of tape there. I just like to have things clean, you know. My wife always told me, how come you're not as good with your computer room keeping it clean as you are with your wiring? I said, well, wiring has to be right. It has to look good, right? Has to function. I don't want it catching on anything. I don't want that to happen. Okay, there we go there. I know. Jack, you're boring us. I get it. I get it. Okay, so let's go ahead now. We're going to pull the radio, plug the power into it, and see if we have any power on this thing. All right, so I'll take the power cable over here. On the battery pack, obviously black to black, red to red, right? So black on the black. Push it up maybe. Okay, maybe I'll show you this here. Black on the black, red onto the red. They do snug on there pretty damn tight. That's not good. They come back off already? Whoa. That's really tight. Interesting. Well, I'll worry about getting it off for in a minute. I'll worry about seeing if it works first. Alright, let's see if we can power up the radio. Like I said, I can't transmit on. I'm just going to see if it's going to power on with the battery pack. There's the radio. Power plug only goes in one way, I see. Straight up. Does she power on? Eureka. We have power. All right. Power it off. Pull the power plug. Stick the radio back in its box. So the battery's working. The radio turns on. That's good. FedEx guy didn't destroy it when he threw it on my porch. That was in the other video. All right, guys. All right, so that's it. That's how you wire up the radio. Everything's wired. I hope I can get these damn leads off of this battery. Man, might have to need needle nose pliers or something with me. I have to figure that out to get those off of there. All right, so anyway, that's it. The radio's wired up now. It's ready to go. So the next video you're going to see, I actually have a hard case. And I'm going to try to mold this case around the radio there. So if I can get the radio in it, the microphone, if I can get my key in it, that would be nice. And the battery pack, it's going to be a nice portable unit. All right, so thanks for watching this video. Again, if you like this kind of video, give it a big thumbs up. Remember, again, this is historical videos from me mainly. And if you're watching, man, I appreciate it. You know, thanks for coming along for the ride here on my journey back to ham radio. And now my kind of journey to POTA. And we'll see how this all goes. And I really hope I like it because I just sank a ton of money in it to do portable operations. So I will see you next time. Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT. My name is Jack. 73's to you. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.